Oh, for a muse of fire that would ascend the brightest heaven of invention, a king for a stage, princes to act, and monarchs to behold the swelling sea. Then would warlike Heaton, like himself, assume the port of Mars, and at his heels should famine, sword, and fire crouch for employment.
You know Wade Heaton.
I do.
And how do you know him?
I met Wade at the Clinton Middle School, which was doing the program Grand Ideas from Within. Wade came in to tutor some of the students on the writing portion of the LEAP test, which is a high-stakes testing in Louisiana. And Wade took the program to a higher level. He used it to enhance the student writing skills, and we became partners, so to speak.
Okay. And do you know anything about him as a writer or a writing teacher?
I've seen him teach the children, and they are so engaged because he does such an excellent job of making it interesting and fun. And I have read some of his writing samples, which are beautifully written and very intuitive, wonderful images.
Okay, now, you ever heard of a guy called Wade Heaton?
Yes, I know Wade Heaton. I've worked with him on many projects. We worked on several historical projects, a couple of cultural projects, a lot of it involving film work. Very good guy, you know, always very reliable. Has been a big source of assistance for us with each of these projects.
The students connect with the material.
Well, you know, again, I think Wade would be, I mean, that's a good description of Wade, especially in terms of bringing the literature and the history to life. Wade was famous in these parts for his series of Toga Man lectures, where Wade would dress up in the garments of a Roman or Greek soldier, a Roman soldier, I believe, or a Roman citizen, and offer presentations to, very popular presentations to students here on campus.
For the students to do to connect them with the material.
Well, I think that's an excellent position for Mr. Heaton because he taught English for a long time here and has a good deal of experience with that. But he also did a very popular presentation about the history of the Roman toga, which for many years was a top attraction at Southeastern and elsewhere around the community. It was not only entertaining, but it was very informative, and we always encouraged our students to go.
Yes. Would you think he would be a good faculty member for Mentorship Academy?
Oh, I think that would be excellent. I think he would be a very good person to stimulate both the interest of students in history and their creativity with respect to projects that might further that interest.
Wade
Wade was an instructor in the English department for many years, particularly in the early 90s up to 2005. And I worked with him closely because I was the director of freshman English for a while, and so he taught freshman English classes and was on the leadership team for freshman English for many years.
Okay. Hi there. What is your name?
I'm Trina Brown Allen.
And how? What is your position and where are we?
I'm the school counselor at Clinton Middle School.
Okay. And did you have occasion to work with Wade Heaton?
Yes, I did.
And how was that?
Mr. Heaton worked with us through the Louisiana Gear Up Opportunities Grant, and he was a tutor here at Clinton Middle School.
And what did he do?
He assisted the students in writing techniques and formatting paragraphs, and also did small pull-out groups and assisting them with help passing the LEAP test for as the writing portion and the English language arts portion of the test.
Okay. And how do you think he did?
I think he did a wonderful job. Before he came, we had a lot of students who struggled with writing, who didn't want to write, who just didn't take any interest, and he came in and he helped along with the teacher, building motivation with the student, teaching them different techniques on writing skills and teaching them how to enjoy the writing process. And by the end of his session, he had gotten all of our students had started writing something. Even our slower kids that were in the special education, receiving special education services, enjoyed the writing process and wrote lots of paragraphs in the writing technique.
Up to the Felicianas, all the way out to the Pearl River north of New Orleans and back to Baton Rouge, you might see flags like this. This is called the Lone Star flag. This was the flag that was raised here in Baton Rouge after the Spanish flag came down in the Battle of Baton Rouge. And Colonel Philemon Thomas and his forces vanquished Lieutenant Grand Pré's Spaniards as they snuck in with the cows in the fog early in the morning and took the fort by surprise. That was the second Battle of Baton Rouge. That was right here, and someday if we take a walking tour down here on a field trip, I might be able to come up with some people that actually are experts and know a lot more about that particular battle or the history of Spanish West Florida than I did. Just remember, we're independent-minded here in Baton Rouge, and we have a history of being independent-minded because for 74 days in the year of 1810, Baton Rouge, Louisiana was the capital of an independent country called the Lone Star Republic, or the Republic of West Florida.
Knew him as a colleague when I went to work at Southeastern because he was teaching English there as well. Followed all of his various performance art spectaculars that crossed over between the English that he taught and the history that I taught in a much more kind of presentable way that the students could actually understand what mythology was about, what Homer was about, what the Nibelungenlied was about, what Parzival was about in a very live performance. And since I assign most of those to my students to watch, I'd always go see it as well. So I got to see all the various evolutions and fine tunings of that. So I've seen Wade Heaton's academic, in classroom, out classroom, cap and gown, a town and gown presentations on all sorts of different levels, and know him to be creative, authentic at the same time, which is always a really hard thing. Anybody can change something, but you can keep the essential flavor of a literary experience when you move into a different presentation form for a modern audience. That does a whole lot. He's always been able to do that. And so my hat, my imaginary hat, is tipped to his.
I'm the Rominos, Rum Dominos, Tempe Togata. Well, didn't get that, huh? Well, the Roman historian Suetonius tells us that one day the Emperor Caesar Augustus was walking abroad in the Forum and he saw some men that he knew to be Roman citizens, but they were not wearing their togas. And I think it was a really gloomy and rainy day like this in Rome, because you can wear a lot better things in the rain than a toga. But Augustus was so angry, he cried out in a loud voice to the stormy skies a line from his favorite poet, Virgil. Behold the Romans, the lords of the world, the people of the toga. And right then and there, he issued a decree that henceforth no Roman citizen would be allowed in the Roman Forum without a proper toga. And that was the law. Of course, most what you have been seeing and will see in the particular video, my hat here, that is dedicated to my beloved New Orleans Saints. And I am one of them, the Who Dat Nation. And I can even dance. The hat says Super Bowl champions. And the bandana got tied around it. Why, it's black and gold from the Super Bowl. Black and gold.
We are the Who Dat.